Hello friends, welcome to Technique. This is Normal here, and in this video we're going to do a comparison of two mid-range smartphones around the 20k price segment, the Huawei Nova 3i with the Xiaomi Mi A2. So these two devices have really good hardware, although the Nova 3i is priced slightly higher at 20,999 while the Mi A2 is priced 16,999. So in this video, we'll analyze all the aspects to see which is better and which is better value for money device and which one should you choose based on your priorities. So let's get started. So first up, let's have a look at the design and build quality. So design wise, you can see that the Nova 3i is a better device out of the two because it has lesser bezels and a slightly bigger display. At the same form factor, you can see that the Mi A2 has a higher bezels, top and the bottom bezels are a bit too higher for 2018 standards, and the Nova 3i has the notch display. You hate it or love it, the notch is going to be the trend for at least for 2018. So the Nova 3i has the notch display and the Mi A2 misses out on that. Now turning to the back panel, this is one area where the Nova 3i excels. You can see that this is finished in glass and metal and feels really premium, and the Nova 3i has this green in color, which is the iris purple color, which has a blue and purple color combined and looks really premium for this price segment. On the other hand, the Mi A2 has a metal construction, unibody construction. It feels solid, the build quality is good, but in terms of the overall looks and build quality, our choice definitely would be the Nova 3i with superior glass and finish and also the metal chassis. Next, moving on to the display. So both the devices have full HD plus resolution display. We have a 6.3 inches large display on the Nova 3i, and we have 5.99 inches display on the Xiaomi's Mi A2. Now we have a notch display, hence the 19.5:9 aspect ratio on the Nova 3i, while it's 18:9 aspect ratio on the Mi A2. Now talking about the display quality, this is one area where again the Nova 3i excels because the display quality on the Nova 3i is really good, the outdoor visibility is good, and overall clarity looks pretty good. Now on the other hand, the Mi A2 display is quite average at outdoor visibility is definitely not that great. So the calibration is probably the issue, and the outdoor brightness levels are kind of weird, and even the ambient light sensor also does not work that great. So overall the display quality is kind of average on the Mi A2, but the Mi A2 has the advantage that it has Gorilla Glass support on the display. So overall in terms of display quality, we would again choose the Nova 3i. Now next up, let's talk about the software. So this is one area where these two devices differ a lot because we have a custom EMUI 8.2 on the Nova 3i, while we have the stock Android on the Mi A2. So Mi A2 is under the Android 1 platform. That gives advantage that it will be getting at least 2 major rounds of Android updates. So Android P is almost promised. We are hoping that Android P might be coming for the Nova 3i as well, but that is not really sure. But Android P is pretty sure for the Mi A2. So if you're a person who loves a stock Android and want the latest updates, then definitely the Mi A2 is the choice here. But if you're a person who loves a lot of customization, additional features like dual apps, ride mode, and other features, then the EMUI offers those options. So you have to make a personal choice on whether you want a customized UI or you want the stock Android. So that's the software aspect. Now moving on to the performance. So here we have again two different chipsets powering these two devices. We have the Kirin 710, which is a relatively new chipset, and this has 4GB RAM and 128 gigs of storage, while we have the Snapdragon 660 octa-core chipset with again 4GB RAM and 64GB storage. Now the Snapdragon 660 and the Kirin 710 are almost similar in terms of performance, and the Antutu benchmark score is also quite similar. And even in terms of day-to-day performance, we do not see any sort of issues on either of these devices. Both perform really well, snappy chipsets, and no major lags or issues. When it comes to gaming, that's where the Mi A2 with the Snapdragon 660 with a better GPU has an edge. Although the Kirin 710 has a good gaming experience, it's not as good as the Xiaomi's Mi A2. So if you are more into gaming, then go with the Xiaomi's Mi A2. Now other aspects, both devices have fingerprint scanners located on the back panel, and both there is a quite good job. Now a couple of things which is missing on the Mi A2. One is this face unlock, although there is trusted face option. It's not face unlock basically. So face unlock is available on the Nova 3i. Apart from that, there is no 3.5mm audio jack on the Mi A2, so that's another shortcoming. And apart from that, there is also no micro SD card expansion slot on the Mi A2. So these are some shortcomings on the Mi A2, but but the Nova 3i has these options, and also it has double the storage at 128 gigabytes available. So that's again an advantage for the Nova 3i. Now looking at the cameras, so both these devices have really good cameras. We have AI powered quad cameras on the Nova 3i with a 16 and 2 megapixel primary camera, and a secondary 24 and 2 megapixel selfie camera on the Nova 3i. On the other hand, we have a 12 and 20 megapixel primary camera on the Mi A2, while we have a 20 megapixel secondary front facing camera on the Mi A2. Now looking at the camera samples, so you can see that both these devices offer pretty good details and sharpness levels, and the details in the photos looks really good. The only difference being this the color tones. Mi A2 is slightly on the warmer side, while the Nova 3i is slightly on the colder side. But otherwise, both these devices offer good performance all around, even in close-up images and also low light performance, almost similar experience. The selfie camera also looks pretty good, and the Nova 3i has this AI mode included even for the selfie camera. Now the portrait mode in selfie camera is slightly better on the Mi A2. Now the video recording is the quality is good on Nova 3i, but there is no EIS support, and there is EIS support on the Xiaomi's Mi A2. So in terms of the camera, we can't really choose one winner. You can decide based on what we are shown in these camera samples. Now finally, the battery life. So we have 3340 mAh battery, and we have 3000 mAh capacity battery on the Mi A2. Now the Mi A2 has a USB Type-C port. That's an advantage, while the Nova 3i does not have. It is a micro USB charging slot, which is kind of outdated at least in 2018. So that's the issue, and also Mi A2 has fast charging support. Now when it comes to battery performance, that's where the Mi A2 struggles, and the battery performance was kind of average, while on the Nova 3i it is quite good, and you can easily get through one day of usage without much issues, and the screen on time was better on the Nova 3i. So now summing up, so we have talked about almost all aspects, and the pricing is 28,999, that's 21k, while 17k on the Mi A2. Now there is a 4K price difference between these two devices. So for the additional 4K, what all you get? You get a better design and better build quality, better display, and you also get 3.5mm audio jack, double the storage, micro SD card expansion slot support, then face unlock is included, better battery, and customizable EMUI. On the other hand, the Mi A2 has good build quality, then it also has good camera, stock Android updates are included, and it also has fast charging and Gorilla Glass support. But it does miss out on a few options, including face unlock, then there is no 3.5mm audio jack and micro SD card expansion slot. So probably you have to decide on which is better here based on your priorities. So we have listed all the priorities with their pros and cons. If you can afford the additional money, the Nova 3i is definitely a good package, but if you are on a tight budget, you should be picking the Xiaomi's Mi A2. So that was a detailed comparison of these two devices. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit the subscribe button for more videos. This is Nirmal signing off. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.